On this episode of To Catch a Smuggler.
It looks like we got a false bottom.
You're under arrest for the importation of narcotics into the United States.
You knew there was cocaine in your shoes. I know that, you know that. And the white is the actual cocaine. I'll be honest with you. I think you're a liar.
No.
Don't talk.
Okay.
Put everything together, she's a prime candidate to be a smuggler. Now I think you're lying straight to my face.
At New York's JFK Airport, millions of dollars of contraband are seized every year. And officers with the Department of Homeland Security work around the clock to stop this flood of illegal goods and drugs into the country.
Hold on. Stop. I want to get to the bottom of this.
It's not the truth. Stop saying to me you're telling me the truth.
JFK handles the most international air traffic in the United States, with more than 21,000 passengers arriving each year. In an average year at JFK, Customs and Border Protection officers make over 135,000 seizures. That's one every 4 minutes.
You know, bad guys come in all different shapes, sizes, colors. You just never know. You just never know who it's gonna be. At least you want to stop them all. This is a flight coming out of Guyana. Let's have your passports out, please. Guyana is a hot spot for drug activity. Because it's in South America and the proximity to the other countries of interest, we do see numerous amounts of narcotics coming from there. How you doing, buddy? Okay, Mr. You have a nice night.
Officer Elias uses his training and gut instincts to read people.
Something was a little off with this guy, just by his behavior alone. He was scared, nervous, up to something. Okay, you see the guy back there? I had him upstairs. He looks interesting. Here he comes. What's your password? How long were you away for? And was it for New Year's? All right, just follow me real quick. Just want to check your passport.
CBP officers refer about 2% of travelers to secondary inspection.
You said you were down there for the New Year's? Yep. Yeah, all right. You're all done. All right, listen, we're just gonna take you in the back and we'll verify your passport, okay? And you'll be on your way. This guy's coming from Guyana. He seems really nervous. And once I started searching the bag, the guy's demeanor changed. His nervous behavior started spiking. When you make a phone call, just picking up family, friends. All right, just do me a favor, put the bag back up on the table. Just have a seat on the bench real quick while we verify your passport.
I opened the bag. I noticed that there was some kind of modification. It looks like we got a false bottom.
Yeah, look. Let's go.
All right, get up. Hit the wall. Stay right there. Test it?
Yeah, it smells.
Take off your jacket.
Do the jacket. Positive code. All right, buddy.
Put your hand up against the wall.
All right, my instincts were right for once. I came out, this guy's positive. The bottom is loaded. It's cocaine. Being arrested for
the importation of narcotics to the United States. Okay?
Because of the recent seizures we received on coming off the Guyana flight, we're gonna hit this flight extra hard this week. Rudy, any questions for me, man?
Because before I landed, I spoke to my wife.
Okay.
And it's my daughter's birthday Saturday. I just wanted to let her know, best of wishes, because I'm not going to see her for her birthday.
You know what? I mean, like I said, these agents are gonna come down here and talk to you. And at the end, it's up to them. Just another day at JFK.
At passport control, Officer Redpath is trying to determine the authenticity of the traveler's documents.
We have immigrants coming in every single day in every terminal here that we service as U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers.
Caceres Tande.
And I just want to make sure that she's not living here illegally.
I'm just looking for any stamps that she may have had in her passport to show that she departed the United States and entered her country. She's from Paraguay. Can you ask her when was the last time she was in the United States? When was her last trip to the United States?
¿Cuándo fue la última vez que viniste a los Estados Unidos?
En 2009. Is this an entry from your country? Is this an entry from Paraguay? Yes.
¿Cómo tiene este sello?
¿Y porque allá sellan cuando uno llega?
No, pero usted nunca llegó allá en
That's
septiembre.
an entry into Paraguay. You never entered Paraguay during that time. You were here in the United States.
Maybe otra persona.
No, no es otra persona.
How much time did you spend here? We're gonna go back and forth for a very long time like this, okay? That if you continue to lie to me, we can be here all day. Were you here in the United States from 2002 to 2009? Yes? Okay. We do have confirmed overstays. She stayed for a period of 7 years. To cover that up, what she did was got a stamp in her passport that stated that she left and entered her country 2 months after her entry in 2002. Overstay.
Soy arquitecta, pero necesito salir de mi país para trabajar, porque no hay trabajo para mí en arquitectura allá.
Questioned her, she admitted to everything.
All right. We'll start a statement on that
Okay.
and get the departing flight information.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure. Thank you. That you stayed here longer than the time that you were supposed to, that you were admissible, as well as you committed fraud by acquiring those backdated stamps and the fact that you had entered the United States and stayed here longer than admitted.
Just leave your bag right in the chair for me.
My supervisor, as well as his supervisor, has decided that unfortunately you're inadmissible to the United States today. We're not allowing you to come into the United States.
Para mí fue un sacrificio dejarle a mis hijas, no vivir con ellas. Crecieron sin mí. Todo eso es difícil, muy difícil.
Siéntate otra vez, por favor. We all take for granted the fact that we live in this country and, everyone wants the American dream. But you have to go about it in the way that you're supposed to, legally.
The CBP see fraudulent and altered documents about once every 5 minutes. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents are brought on a case to help elicit a confession.
We just got a call from Customs and Border Protection indicating that they have a drug seizure over Terminal 4. All I know is the flight from Jamaica. Supposedly a guy's concealing cocaine in his shoes. So how's it looking?
It's good. I stopped him coming off from the Jamaica flight. As soon as I stopped him, I started speaking to him. He was very, very nervous. Checked his body. He didn't have anything on his body. So we took his shoes. As soon as I grabbed one of the shoes
The shoes that he was wearing?
Yes, the shoes that he was wearing were extremely heavy. So after that, I decided to probe it. As soon as I probed the shoes, so a white powdery substance came out. It's test positive for cocaine.
This is a pretty common concealment. It's got some saran wrap, and the white is the actual cocaine. The purity level's pretty high. This is a little over half a kilo of cocaine. Street value after it's cut up a couple times and sold and resold, you're probably looking at somewhere around $60,000 for the 2 shoes of cocaine. How you doing? My name is John Latuca. I'm a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, caught red-handed with the drugs. If you play ball with us, you cooperate with us, you agree to work with us, we could help you out in return in form of a cooperation agreement with the United States government. So are you willing to talk to us, let us know what's going on here, and hopefully we can do something?
Yeah.
How many times have you made drug trips?
I've never done it.
So you've never been involved with drugs before?
No.
I've seen your face somewhere before. Have you ever been contacted by law enforcement in the United States before for any reasons?
No.
How did you decide that you were going to do a cocaine trip to the United States?
I didn't know cocaine was it anyhow.
What did you think it was?
Like weed, the green one.
And how much were you getting paid for the trip?
Like 2003, 2002 days.
Okay, so what you're telling me is basically you thought you had marijuana in the soles of your shoes and you were going to get paid $2,300? That's a small amount of weed. Listen, I need your honesty, okay? Yeah. Really, I need your honesty because I'm not going to continue on with this interview with you if I feel that you're not telling me the truth. I'm going to cut it off. You can't change what you did, so let's just move forward. But I want your honesty from the beginning. And I want to know what you know, because if I'm convinced of that, like I said, I'll help you out. I believe you thought it was cocaine. But listen, you said you were never convicted? Have you ever done this before?
No.
Honestly?
Honestly.
Because you look very familiar to me.
Me?
You look very familiar to me.
No.
But you don't do any drugs?
No, I don't ever do drugs.
Okay, so I'm a little confused. Did you mention to the inspectors, the officers before, that you did cocaine before you came on this trip?
No, he was on the border shoes. I say, yeah.
So you're basically saying that you said you took cocaine because cocaine was in your shoes? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
But you thought it was marijuana in your shoes?
Yeah, I saw someone dig it and say...
And what'd you do? You looked at it?
No, I told him, let me see it. He said, no. Sit where you at.
So how did you know it was cocaine? I don't understand that.
Because right here, I'm 100% sure that it's cocaine. When he dig it up right here.
You're 100% sure it was cocaine?
Yeah.
Could have been heroin, could have been flour, could have been any... Oh, so you've seen cocaine before?
I never seen.
You see the problem with your argument? All right, you never seen drugs before. You don't do drugs, you never seen cocaine. Yeah. But you look over in the shoes, you see some stuff in the shoes, and you know 100%, your words, that that's cocaine.
It can't.
Does that sound strange to you?
It didn't show. It didn't show.
You just said you seen it. Listen.
No, right.
Let me stop this right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're a liar.
No.
I think you're a liar, and I'm going to tell you right now. Don't talk.
Okay.
Don't talk. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Because my patience is thin with you, and there's 100 guys like you that come through this airport every day, bro. You're not somebody unique. We got other things to do besides you. Okay? So this is your opportunity. It's not mine.
Yeah.
Because we'll just ship you down to jail and start on the next case. Don't waste my time.
Get 2 Whopper sandwiches now for only $6. Only at Burger King.
Monkeys. Let's get.
On a hot day, there's simply nothing more refreshing than a good pour. No artificial flavors, no added preservatives, no added colors. Just the taste of every last drop of nature. The best things in life are made simply. Simply lemonade and fruit punch. Honestly simple.
tonight.
The Yukon River is sometimes your worst enemy.
Andy must venture out on the thin ice. But blazing the trail could cost him dearly.
Hey, come here!
Life Below Zero. New episode tonight at 10 on National Geographic.
Special Agent Latuka is losing patience with a smuggler suspect.
I'm going to tell you right now, everybody, listen to me. You're talking again. Listen to me. Everybody in your shoes in the beginning tries to minimize. You know what I mean by minimize? Minimize meaning everybody that sits in that chair at first wants to make it look like they're only a little bit involved, okay? When the truth is they're a little bit more than a little bit involved. You knew there was cocaine in your shoes. That's what it is. I know that, you know that.
I never see.
You don't have to see it to know it, right? You don't have to see it to know it. You're gonna tell me the truth, or we're gonna cut it clean. How do you want it? Because I already reached the end of my patience with you.
Yeah, I understand.
Are you gonna come clean, or are you gonna lie?
I'm coming clean. I'm telling you.
Okay. You know what, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not really believing your story right now, so we're gonna go upstairs, and we're gonna start the processing.
The suspect is transported across the tarmac to the JFK narcotics smuggling unit.
On the ride over here, he's saying that his identity that he came into the airport with today is not his true identity. We're questioning him, we're calling him Mitch, and all of a sudden, he says his real name is Horace. Walk over here. If he is Mitch, then we have some criminal history associated with that indicate that he's been involved in drug smuggling for a long time. I'm gonna give you a blanket. You could hang over yourself. Usually when we're interviewing somebody about a specific crime, such as drug smuggling, we usually have the right name. Now, not only do we catch him smuggling drugs and lying about it, but now he says that he's somebody other than what's on his passport. Right now, we can't even work with him because we don't even know who he is. I still want to help you like I said I did, but I'm gonna need a little bit more information from you, okay?
You told me you want to help me, right?
What?
You told me you want to help me, right?
Yes, of course I do. Give me your name again. Let's hear your name one more time. I want you to say it, your real name and real date of birth, and give me your address in Jamaica.
What is
Spell it for me, your first name.
Horace.
Horace?
Yeah.
When was the first time you came to the United States?
2006.
Let's talk about your other trips. Okay. I don't think this is the first time you made this kind of trip.
I
don't think this is the first time.
You don't have to think it, but I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth.
You got any names?
I got no names.
You sure?
I got no name.
Who bought you the ticket for this flight?
The gentleman that told me that he wanted to send me out.
What's his name?
Oh, Paul.
Paul? Does Paul know your family?
Yeah.
He knows where they live?
Yeah.
And you feel like that if you did something proactive for us,
Yeah.
that your family would be in danger?
These guys, once they know you do things like that, they show a different side.
There's somebody above Paul?
No.
Paul is the main man.
They say, yo, why don't you make some money? You don't want to make some money, it's easy.
Did you ask him, what do I have to do for that money?
He already told me that when I travel, I'm gonna like put something, I'm gonna fill the shoes.
Okay. So you knew that he was gonna, fill the shoes with cocaine and you're gonna bring it here, right?
I know that I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it, yeah.
Okay. That's what I wanted in the beginning. I just wanted the truth from you. It's good. I'm glad you're telling me the truth because that's what matters. Do you have anything with you now that has your real name on it?
No.
Sure. Right now, I am trying to reference contact that he mentioned during the interview to find out if he stayed with them, when he stayed with them, what name they know him by. He's claiming Mitch is not his real name, that his real name is Horace. It raised a red flag because one of two things happened here. He's trying to, what he had 10, 11 years ago, or he did actually receive and pay for, which he admits to paying for, a fraudulent visa. but we're trying to determine whether or not he really is Mitch or he is Horse.
CBP officers are on high alert with flights coming out of Guyana this week.
We're at Terminal 3. We got a flight coming in from Georgetown, Guyana. Folks, have your passports out, please. We've been getting a couple seizures from there lately, cocaine mainly. We're gonna go up to the gate and take a look at all the passengers coming off the flight, and hopefully we'll get lucky and make some seizures.
How are you, sir?
Just keep your passports out, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay. How are you?
Very cool.
Let's go.
Very cool.
We just saw somebody, she approached Officer Saint. Officer Saint answered a couple of questions, and she, seemed a little unresponsive and gave vague answers. So we might just stop her just to see what the story is. Could be nothing, but we're gonna take a look at it.
Was the black lady in the cornrows? I was more frustrated on the
I saw cornrows.
cornrows.
She appears to be nervous. She keeps dancing over here.
Friend as a contact is a big indicator.
They're up.
Hey, can you see your passport, please? How you doing today? Listening? Okay, just follow me. I really want to take a quick look. Okay. And what was the purpose of going to Guyana?
You see my brother.
Your brother?
How long has he been in Guyana?
Oh.
It's your brother. When did you last see him? Before
When
this?
did I last see him? I seen him like 11 years ago.
11 years
The
ago?
last time I seen him.
So what made you go to Guyana now?
He just invited me out there,
Are you of Guyanese descent, or?
I'm not Guyanese, but I have family that's
You have family that's Guyanese? Through marriage or something, or?
Yeah. It's kind of warm out here.
It's very warm. It's like 50 degrees out.
It's strange. It's
Yeah.
January and it's like 50 degrees outside. I ain't gonna complain about it.
When people are nervous, they just start talking about random things, and usually they're complaining, why are you stopping me? We didn't hear that.
This was your first time in Guyana?
Yeah.
How'd
First
you like
time
it?
even out of the country.
Really? How'd you like it?
It was different.
It was different,
I'm
right?
glad to be back home. I appreciate America a little bit more.
All right, Danielle, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you to a private room. We're gonna check your body, make sure you're not carrying anything.
Okay.
All right? We got a lady, she's just came in from Guyana. We did her bags, they were negative. And we're gonna check her body, see if she's carrying anything on the outside of her body underneath her clothing.
Her demeanor was very,
The JFK mailroom is booming with activity.
Looks like food. Lots of food in the mail.
Last year, CBP Mail did over 700,000 packages of international mail per day, with over 100,000 pounds of drug seizures last year. Looks like some herbal medication here. A lot of herbs today. Ooh. Valium. Valium is not allowed. It's gonna be destroyed. Everything here will be destroyed. So that's what happens when you send controlled substances through the mail. You don't get anything. I just saw something I didn't like.
Nice.
What you got there, Marty?
I got a lot of pills.
It says vitamins on it. Does it look like a vitamin?
No, definitely not. I think these are controlled substances here. Have you seen that before? Alloprazolam?
Well, we found what we believe to be a prescription pill called alprazolam, which is commonly known as Xanax. But that's good to see. It doesn't look like a vitamin. Definitely not a vitamin. Pretty evil. I would say, to put controlled
Deceptive.
substances in children's vitamins.
I'm gonna stick it in an evidence bag and it's gonna get destroyed.
That's one of the reasons I get up in the morning is because these kids, they need to be protected. Anybody that sticks drugs and vitamins in a vitamin case is gonna get a seizure out of it. You know, we're gonna seize it.
Officers in secondary questioning step up their interrogation of a potential smuggling suspect.
You stand here, hands up like this, feet wide apart.
We got a lady, she's just came in from Guyana. Initial interview, she really doesn't appear to have any serious ties to the country. Guyana's not really a vacation spot.
She's pretty polite. I said, you know, she's well-spoken, she has a job, you know.
We're gonna have to grill her. When you start digging a little deeper into the story, that's when you see the deception starts coming in. So tell me how this trip came about.
You know, he was like, oh, you should come out here. I was like, well, I can't afford to come out by myself, so he was like, just give me half the money to come out.
He sent you money?
Yeah.
And then what'd you do?
Well, I waited till I had my money, then I brought, you know, I brought it.
So when you were in Guyana, where'd you stay while you were
I
there?
stayed with my brother.
In his house?
Yeah.
Who else lives with him?
Just him.
Just him? How old is he?
36.
Okay. And how is he your brother?
Through marriage.
Whose marriage?
My sister.
Huh? I don't get it. Your sister, come again. Explain the connection here.
Like, he's my brother-in-law. I just call him, you know, he's my brother. So he is.
All right, you're confusing me now. Is he your brother or your brother-in-law?
He's my brother.
This is pretty simple. I mean, they're family ties. These are easy questions. So you went to visit your sister's husband.
Ex, not ex. She's married.
You're serious right now. It's a nice brother-in-law. This is a nice ex-brother-in-law. He hasn't seen you in 11 years. That don't sound right. Nobody's that nice. All right, so we're gonna call Evan. He's gonna verify all that. He drove you to the airport today? All right. Okay, we're gonna call him up.
Hello, I'm looking for an Evan, please. Hi, Evan. This is Officer Elias at JFK International Airport. Do you know what Danielle? Yes. No, you don't? Well, she was coming out of Guyana. That's why and she had your number in our bag. So we figured we'd contact you. It might be a relative or something. Thank you very much for your time, sir. All right, bye. All right, we got no confirmation. He's denying knowing her. So that's really good. So somebody's hiding something. He says he don't even know her. I said, I'm working with the airlines. You found your name in her bag. We just want to return her bag to you. He's denying knowing her at all. I contacted Evan in Guyana. He's claiming he don't even know you. He says he hasn't known you, we don't know you, we don't know what we're talking about, you don't know how you got his number. We don't know who to believe here. So someone's lying, obviously.
CBP officers are getting the runaround with their latest suspect.
He came in under passport today, called under the name Mitch. Okay. He's claiming Mitch is not his real name. Right now, he's obviously going to be processed for importation narcotics. But we're trying to determine whether or not he really is Mitch or he is Horace. We're going to make some phone calls. We'll be back. Okay? This is John Latuca. I'm an immigration officer over here at JFK Airport. Calling about Mitch, just trying to verify some of his documentation. Okay, when would you say he started visiting you? What year? You purchased this ticket for him? That's great. Listen, I'll give you a call back and let you know how everything's going so you're not worried, all right? This whole thing's just not right. She also says that she knows that he was coming here since either the late 90s or very early 2000s. Do you know him by any other name? Let me ask you, does the name Horace sound familiar to you? No? Thank you.
Bye-bye.
The phone calls did not corroborate that his name is actually Horace, which he claims. Everybody knows him by the alias Mitch. You said that this guy Paul bought your ticket this time.
Yeah.
Right? You said that, correct? Okay. Well, Paul didn't buy your ticket. You want to try again? There's another problem here. They don't know you by the name Horace. Why? These are your family. They never heard of this name before. So now I'm starting to believe that Mitch is your real name. These people are confirming that you're not telling me the truth. Okay? You have been coming here in the Mitch for some time now, and you've been here before 2005. I know that. And I spoke to the ladies that you gave me. You gave me their contact information, you gave me their phone numbers, and they tell me that you've been coming here since the late 90s, early 2000s. Two people telling me the same story that have no reason to lie. Am I right or am I wrong? You have this name. I don't know if it's your real name or not, but you've been coming here in the mid since the late 90s. Yes, you have. And the both of them confirmed it. Why would they just say the late 90s? Why would they say that if it wasn't true? I knew I recognized you. I knew I recognized you. And this is not the first time you've had contact in the drug world.
That's what I'm telling you.
Well, I know what you're telling me.
True.
Okay, here's the list, the laundry list here. You did cocaine, then you said you didn't do cocaine. You said you knew it wasn't cocaine, then you knew it was cocaine. You said you were Mitch, now you're Horace. This story keeps changing, man. You're not telling me the truth because every time I turn around, it's a different story. It's not the truth. Stop saying to me you're telling me the truth. You don't tell me the truth. You tell me a lot of That's what you tell me. You don't tell me the truth. You've been caught up with 4 or 5 lies already. So stop already. You're not telling the truth. Right now, our answer to the U.S. Attorney is going to be like, you are not cooperating. You are not telling us everything you know. You're not. You're just not. I don't believe that this is your first time coming into the country with drugs. I'm telling you now, I don't believe what you're telling me.
That's okay, but I'm telling you.
Okay? We're getting ready to wrap this up. Is there anything else you want to tell us? Nothing?
Nothing else.
We did everything we can to work with you tonight. You're going to regret this when you're sitting in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center. You're going to regret not talking to us and telling us the truth. Because you're going to have a problem. You're not going to like it there when you get there. It's not a nice place. It really isn't. For our purpose today, and probably for his criminal record for the rest of his life here in the United States, he's going to be Mitch. He's going to be booked as Mitch. He's going to be identified as Mitch. If he comes in under a different name, it won't really matter because his fingerprints are never going to lie. He comes in again, we print him, Mitch comes up, he could use whatever name he wants. He'll always be Mitch here.
A female passenger from Guyana with a suspicious story has officers probing for more information.
I'm gonna respect you. I'm gonna talk to you like you have a brain. Don't give me answers like I don't have a brain. What is that?
It's a death certificate.
For who?
That's his grandfather.
I went through the bag again, you know, sometimes we look for like a little paper trail. I found this death certificate and she seems to know nothing about it.
Why do you have his grandfather's stuff here?
I'll probably take it back to the accident.
Don't give me answers. I know that ain't true. Why do you have his death certificate?
I have it because there was a death in the family, but I didn't make it to it. But he said just bring it just in case.
Bring it to who? And bring it just in case of what? For what? For a souvenir of your trip to Guyana? No. So what? Why would you have this?
You just said bring it with you.
Okay. And that's the final answer. You just said bring it with you. Here, this is to remember your trip to Guyana, a lovely death certificate of my grandfather. Take this with you.
No, he just said that usually, you know, if you have a death in the family, that you produce a death certificate and you know, if somebody asks you.
Okay, but you don't have a death in the family. Do I look stupid? It's all and I'm getting sick of hearing it.
She's falling apart, and she can't think of anything better to say, but he gave me a death certificate to bring back. Why? Most people bring death certificates back to prove a death, not because some guy just told me. That does not sit well with me. Your story, for lack of a better term, is complete garbage. Doesn't make sense. I think it was part of a cover story. Here, show her that you went to Guyana before a funeral, and she just forgot about that part. And you're in this room for a specific reason. What we do all day, every day, is my unit does narcotics. We look for drugs all day, every day. And we think you have drugs on your body. You're showing signs of nervousness that are very pronounced. What, talking?
No,
up until now.
In New York, at the airport.
Up until now, I'm the one that dropped what we're looking for on you. Everything else was just routine questioning that you're not giving good answers for. Her answers, they just don't make sense. It's inconsistent. She has no reason to be in the country. Put everything together, she's a prime candidate to be a smuggler. Right now, it's not looking too good for you. Let me be very clear. You're not going to leave this room until we are clear that you don't have anything in your body.
Okay.
Period. You're not leaving until we're sure you don't have anything. So let's remove that. Maybe I can talk my way out of this room. It's not going to happen.
CBP guards against the illegal importation of agricultural items.
Where are you coming from? Kuwait. When passengers come into the United States, they're handed a declaration. We then ask them again, give them a chance to orally amend their declarations.
This way, ma'am. You speak English? No.
If we find something that's prohibited, we just take it away. In the last 5 years, CBP has made over 100,000 agricultural seizures. What kind of food do you have in your bags?
Spice and...
What kind of spices?
Spice rice.
Could you put this bag on, please, for me? Any of the bags that have rice, you have to tell me. Is just rice?
Yeah, just rice. Yeah.
Does the second bag have rice?
Yes.
Thank you. Ma'am, ma'am.
These 3 bags are your bags? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You are bringing tomatoes, lemon, fresh, leaf, bringing all. Yeah, I understand this is from your garden, but they are not allowed.
But usually, I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't realize. I didn't understand. I don't know English. Okay, this is the passenger that declared from Kuwait only spice and rice. So, as you can see, we have onions, we have citrus, we have tomatoes, and we also have, this is our fresh spice. Ma'am, do not ask a federal officer to not abide by the law. You'll get in trouble.
It's my honey.
Honey is okay.
Do you want to amend your declaration and tell us everything you have? Well, if you don't, you'll get a fine. Not sorry. What else do you have? So in this case, all of these items were not declared. Again, it's up to the officer as to what they want to do beyond taking these.
Thank you.
I would love to have X-ray vision and do my job in half the time. But it does kind of spoil the surprise.
CBP officers try a new approach with their Guyana female passenger.
I want you to understand the severity of what's going on in it. If you do have it, like I said, now's the only chance to help yourself.
You say, oh, what a tangled web we weave. By the time you're on the 10th lie, you don't remember the first lie you told about, 15 minutes ago. So, and that's where she's at right now.
Right now, you're just if you have it in your body, you're just like hey, don't take offense. You're a tool. You're a method of concealment. They're using you to bring it into the country. It's not yours. When we can't offer any assistance whatsoever is when we find it. Right now, I'm gonna ask you flat out. Did anybody ask you to bring anything here? Did anybody give you anything to swallow? Anything to ingest? Do you have anything in your stomach?
No.
Now I think you're lying straight to my face. Everything that you have, or you may have, is yours. You take the whole weight for it. So whoever's over in Guyana is scot-free, walking around while you're taking away for their load. You keep that in mind. Either way, I go home, I eat lunch, you're not leaving for a while. The reason I stepped out is it's actually bothered me that she's not realizing. I don't think she has the capacity to realize what the hell's going on in there. We'll see what Fed's doing and then go another route.
Maybe less people in there.
See if she's comfortable with something else.
It might be time to switch it up a little bit and kind of coddle her a little bit and see how she responds to that approach. We see this every day. We see people like you every day. And we see people like you that have drugs in their stomach every day. And some we can help. But the stubborn ones that want to sit here and tell them, I don't got nothing, take me for the x-ray, we can't help those people. There's nothing we can do for them. There's nothing we can do for you. When we take you to that doctor and the doctor tells us, there's the evidence right there in her stomach. You're done at that point. You can't backpedal any further right now. People make mistakes. People make bigger mistakes when they continue to lie. You can come forward, but the backpedaling's over. Your mistake could get deeper.
All right, Danielle, you're under arrest for the importation of narcotics into the United States, okay? Do you understand that? Just turn around, I'm gonna cuff you for your own safety and our own safety. She is gonna go to jail, but she's someone who just made a really big mistake, and today was the wrong day to do it. Okay, just have a seat, please. All right. To the left, please.
I'm really struggling financially, and I didn't know exactly what was going on until I got into Guyana. Then by the time you're there, it's too late. Like, it's too late. If I was more aware of what was going on, I would have never went out there.
A seizure's a seizure, and we got the drugs off the street and we did our job.
You have an email. Great job. And it's addressed to you, myself, and yada yada, Saint, everybody. So, good job. News travels fast.
Typical smuggler, you know, she's not, I don't think she's a user or anything like that. Simply straight for the money. You know, she's just down on the luck. And it, you know, that's the story.
She's gonna go to jail, so hopefully it doesn't ruin the rest of her life, and maybe she realizes that she made a mistake and she'll learn from it and, you know, get everything together for her life after her jail stay. In terms of sympathy, I kind of have a little bit of sympathy for everyone we catch, but, you know, we gotta do our jobs.